We all remember this scene from a year ago. Mark and Patricia McCloskey, St. Louis couple, initially charged with felonies for exercising their Second Amendment rights. I don't get that. Well, the weapons charges were dropped, and now they have both pled guilty to separate misdemeanors, which won't result in jail time. They've relinquished those guns, by the way, and have paid some fines as part of this deal. So why plead guilty? Let's ask Mark McCloskey himself. He's running for Missouri's U.S. Senate seat and is a St. Louis attorney from the McCloskey Law Center. Sir, welcome back to the Salcedo Show. Yeah, I guess my first question is just that. Why take the plea deal?
Well, you know, I don't know. I find it kind of humorous myself. But the new prosecutor dropped the gun charges and the felonies and then charged me with something. And when he read the charges, I had to kind of smile. He said that I was charged with purposely placing other people in apprehension of immediate physical injury. Well, heck, that's what the guns were for. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to deny that one.
Well, no kidding, but you know, well, you got these people who were ripping down your gates and ripping down your property. They were destroying. I mean, you and your wife could have been put in. Look at what they did to your gates. I mean, these people busted through, and you had every legitimate reason to fear as well, to have apprehension of being in danger from these individuals. Now, why weren't they under arrest and charged the same way you were?
Well, let me ask a better question. Why are there still people sitting in solitary confinement in D.C. for doing no more trespassing than the 300 people that broke down my gate, none of whom spent a day in jail or got charged with anything? You know, I said it for the first time, I think, at the National Convention last fall, that it's an upside-down world where criminals are treated like honest citizens and honest citizens are treated like criminals. And this was just, you know, this is the same thing. I mean, the judge in our case, who I've known for a long time, after the prosecutor read the new charges, the judge says, "Now, Mr. McCloskey, did you do that?" And I said, "I sure did, Your Honor. I'd do it again."
Well, you posted on Saturday a couple of pictures of you purchasing a new AR-15. By the way, handsome-looking weapon there, sir. The weapons you and your wife used to defend your home from the violent mob were taken away from you. Do you think that your case has set, though, a precedent that Americans who defend their families, defend their properties with firearms from violent mobs will end up being prosecuted? Do you fear that?
No, you know, I'm hoping at any rate that we've done the exact opposite, that we've shown the hypocrisy of these Soros-sponsored prosecutors. We got ours tossed off the case, and she took it up to the Supreme Court of Missouri and lost at every stage. So she made some bad law for herself, bad law for these other overzealous Soros prosecutors, and prove that we can beat this battle. You know, I've got a Senate battle to face. I've got to move on with my life. The one thing that disappoints me is that they seized the guns back last July, and they were never really going to give them back. Under, you know, the way it is in Missouri, even when they seize victims' guns in a crime, the victims even never get their guns back. But I wanted to donate it to charity. I suggested we give it to, like, the Kids Miracle Network, because that weapon's worth some money as a historical element. And I bet we could have raised tens of thousands of dollars for charity rather than just melting it down to make, you know, 6 pounds of useless aluminum. But the judge wouldn't go for it.
Well, yeah, well, that's not a bad idea. By the way, while you were being unfairly charged, in the Big Apple, charges have been dropped. This goes to what you were just saying, for scores of alleged looters who have caused thousands of dollars in damage to many businesses across the city for nearly the past year. What's your reaction to this?
Well, you know, it's just absolute insanity. It's you know, we had the same thing happen here. Our circuit attorney dropped charges against everybody that got arrested in the riots on June 1st and 2nd in St. Louis as well. And, you know, I was on the stage with Ann Dorn, the widow of Police Captain David Dorn, who was murdered by the thugs last June 1st and 2nd. And, you know, George Floyd's family gets invited to the White House. Ann Dorn doesn't get invited to the White House. So, you know, when a policeman kills a thug, it's something that you honor and respect, and the family of the thug gets invited to the White House. When a thug kills a policeman, nobody seems to care in this country. It's just a totally upside-down world.
Yep. Of course, Mr. Dorn is a black man, and apparently his black life doesn't matter to Socialist Democrats. Mark McCloskey, thank you so much for joining us here on the Chris Salcedo Show, sir. We'll talk again.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.